What opportunities are afforded talented children for the screen? The Truth About the Movies by the Stars. I ought and do feel the weight of my responsibility as the mother of a talented child. Baby Peggy is still my baby, and all the celebrity in the world does not shake that fact or make it obscure. The baby herself supports me in this, for she is nothing but a baby after all, and her attitude toward her mother is that of an obedient, loving child. Indeed, it was Peggy's capacity for obedience that opened the door toward her picture career. How many times have I been asked by mothers what their method toward bringing their little boy or little girl before the camera should be? And I am sure that my answers to these women have never been satisfactory, because they consist of but 3 words: I don't know. Many people claim careers in pictures are due to good luck. Others say to opportunity. Others maintain it requires the so-called pull. Whether it be good fortune, opportunity, or being on the inside, I cannot answer. Of course, there are less opportunities in pictures for a child than a grown-up. The modern-day picture plots seldom surround a child. I do not think there are 6 pictures made a year in which a child has the stellar role, except in the cases of the few children who are being starred individually, and for whom special stories are written. I feel frank to say that any child possessing talent has a chance for filmdom. However, there are so many children desiring entry into the silent drama, and so few channels of entry, that many mothers feel discouraged, and come to the conclusion that unless somebody opens the doors, there is little if any chance. I feel I have been about the studio atmosphere to learn one thing, and this is something every mother with ambitions for her child should know. Do not insist she is a find. Do not make it a point to visit the studio officials regularly. They are busy people. They resent this. There are agencies whose duty it is to provide the casting offices of the film studios with their people. These agencies have people in their employ who know. These people know if a child is the type for a certain picture or not, and whether or not the mother or anyone interested in the child thinks differently, it is little use to argue. If the child has camera talent, it will be discovered, but let the discovery come natural. Do not force it. It don't pay. A certain producer was speaking to me on this very subject. He cited the case of a mother calling him for an appointment. The woman was so insistent in her endeavor to have him meet her child that he finally made the appointment. When the child was presented to him, instead of saying, "How do you do?" or saying something natural that any child would say, immediately turned a somersault and ended in a dance pose. This did not make a hit with the official. It was the worst thing that the child could have done. Let your child be natural always. Don't teach a child to act. Unless acting comes naturally, it is of no use. Children are the most natural beings in the world. Let them keep their natural habits, for in the final consensus, that is all that really counts. It is what producers and directors are constantly fighting for with their big stars. Their constant advice is, be natural, be yourself. I might end by telling exactly how Baby Peggy entered the moving pictures. I knew a woman living near us who was in pictures. I had often expressed the desire to see the inner workings of a studio, and one day she invited me to accompany her to witness a special episode in which she was to appear. Our nurse had gone to town, and I had nobody with whom to leave Peggy, so I bundled her up and took her with me. As we were standing on the sidelines, watching the scene being made, Peggy became very much absorbed with the episodes. A gentleman asked me if he could use her in a little scene the following day, and I answered I would have to consult her father. At first, he was prone to resent the thought, but seeing my anxiety to see just what the baby could do, he finally told me to let her go over and try it. That was the first appearance Peggy made before a camera, and she has never left the studios. She works, if you would call it work, 4 hours a day, never at night and never on Sundays. She considers her work play, and nothing is ever done or said to let her feel otherwise. Marion Baxter Montgomery.